the Banana and Bears Rugby Pod.
I have every feeling that I'm going to get sidestepped here on the wing as I'm flapping at the wind because I'm joined by the one and only Rhys. How you doing, Rhys? That was some trot from 30 meters out. Fair play to
Oh, I was about to chime in the Scottish accent. Oh, hi, groundskeeper Willie. And I'm like, oh no.
you.
Oh well, actually, I actually messaged you this, didn't I? I watched the game. I was in La Rochelle for the week.
Is that where you were?
So
Were you in La Rochelle when there was a Welsh one just being a complete fucking dose?
oh, nuts. Yeah, she was nuts. And actually, in hindsight, I actually really respect it. I was like, fucking good on her. But it was very hard to listen to at the time. There was we were so I'm sure I spoke about this in the podcast when I lived in France, but like it's really hard to get the girls to come to the Irish pub. They just didn't get it, you know.
Yeah,
They didn't get it. It was very select few that I'd invite to come to the pub because I used to kind of bring them together. They'd come to the pub and they'd want to leave straight away because I don't know, just the vibe. Like they just don't fit into the vibe, but they're starting to learn the kind of chilled vibe of an Irish pub, of McNulty's. So they all came together on Friday night in a way to watch the match. Noel put us right into the corner. But there's a fella sitting in a Welsh jersey in the corner, in the same corner. And
perfect.
his girlfriend, and we weren't sure at the time, but it turned out afterwards they were married with small kids. So this was their kind of weekend away, which kind of made even more sense then as to why they were enjoying themselves so much. But straight away, like literally as soon as the whistle went and the laces touched the boot for kickoff, she was like, fucking do something.
The match, I thought Anna had a fucking an episode or something because you sent it to me and the game was literally a minute old. I went, what the fuck is this? She's because it didn't make there was no judgment or anything. You just you just put this video up. I was, who is this mad mayor? And then two seconds later, you're like, yeah, I'm sitting
Oh,
there.
but it went on for the whole first half, and then for the second half they kind of quietened down because I think they were wrecked from it, I suppose. But like afterwards, I was like, trying to chat to them, like find out where they're from and stuff, and they live in Cardiff, and they were like, "Oh, there's plenty of green shoots for Wales, I suppose." And I was like, "Yeah, but don't mind the green shoot stuff. Like you could actually win a game like this Six Nations. Like don't be listening to the media. I know that obviously Wales has gone through an awful lot, but honestly, when you've got someone like Rhys, like all of the hype around him now, something like that can give you
Yeah.
a massive boost. So I'd love if Wales won this weekend.
I was, oh, welcome to the podcast, everybody. This is Banana Bears Rugby Podcast. Fair
Oh, the
play to you.
podcast.
Yeah, we just kind of jump straight into, I mean, carry by name, carry by nature. Yes, it is exactly what you need. Rhys you didn't light it up, like everybody, I'm guessing, was hoping, but everybody loves to see the big lads run. I got so excited. I'm like, oh, fuck, he's stepping around our player. But yeah, still class, still loving it.
Don't care.
And I think we'll get on to Italy in a second, but I think Italy are on a brilliant positive place anyway, on an upward trajectory. So while it'd be lovely to see them finish strong, I think everybody would like to see Wales get an hour win. Get an hour win there, just to put the fire back in the oven again, like just to get it going. Because it's needed. Like Wales are needed. They're class
You know,
fans.
if they had met the Ireland in the first round, I know this isn't how it works because progression through the tournament produces a different team every week based on, what's gone by. So however, if because Wales played well, it wasn't. There's a danger that Ireland were just kind of poor. Like against Italy, Ireland were poor, but Ireland weren't poor against Wales. Like they were. There are elements of it, yes, but in general, it was two good teams. Like there wasn't too much dispute either way. Or would you dispute that point? Do you think
I
Ireland were poor?
I don't. Do you know Ireland were exactly where they were? I think in England because England were utter shite. Ireland were at maybe 60% of their potential, but looked at 100 because they were just running through them like a training session. The fact that I could hear the tackles on telly, I could hear the tackles from Wales on telly. I'm
Mm.
like, oh Jesus Christ, Wales are in better shape than England right now. They're in better
Mm.
shape. I'd love for them to have a crack off England now in the form that they're in. But they gave Ireland, I think, and this is me, early doors. You know I love a good conspiracy, right? And I come up with
Right.
these. I go for long. I have long drives back from gigs, and I contemplate this stupid shit all the time. But I have a
Is that because
fun.
you stopped eating squashies, so now you're taking on conspiracy theories?
This is it. I'm on Lent, and I'm eating things like fucking mixed nuts and stuff like that. And I was driving back
Oh
from yeah,
no!
yeah, yeah.
That is terrible news.
There's tears rolling down my cheeks while I'm eating these things, just a sadness. Hello, darkness, my old friend, as I crunch away. And like if I was in the car with anybody, they'd fucking jump out. But as I was driving back from West Cork on Tuesday night, I had this thought. I went, I wonder where Ireland, and I know we've talked about this in the past, and you say, and you're going to shoot me down straight away. Were they playing a very basic game plan in the hope that they'd get the win, but give fuck all away? Because I text you as his cue pragmatic kicking in the second half. And by that, I didn't mean Gibson Park, I meant Crowley. And they didn't. They didn't at all. Like there was no crossfield kicks. There was no chip over the top. There was nothing. They were just kept route oneing it. Route one. And they're all intelligent players. You know what I mean? They're elite athletes. At some stage, you have to go, these fuckers aren't going away. Let's put a couple in behind them because they're putting nearly 15 in the line, 14 in the line at the very least. Let's put a couple over the top and see what happens there. Nah, not a bit of it. They just kept going route one and getting absolutely dominated in the tackles. And just something pinged in my head and went, am I mad for thinking this? I'll have to put it to Stan and let her shoot me down because you don't believe in that kind of stuff. But there has to be.
No, it's not that I don't believe it. I think you could say this is what we need to get right this week so that when, by the time we reach the end of this tournament, we know that that works.
You don't think that.
I don't think it's a right, we'll take it easy on Wales here.
Okay, fair enough. I did think
I think.
there was a small bit of naivety then, if that's the case from Ireland, and not just a small
Yeah.
bit,
I
like
think that's more possible that
like
we were naive.
oh, like Ty Byrne, fine big man, but he got emptied about 6 times. And you're like, I get you, Ty, but you have a decent set of hands in you. Fucking pass the thing. Do you know what I mean? Just a soft tip on pass. Draw the defenders. Instead, they were just going hell for leather like it was some sort of rugby league highlights fucking reel in the hope that they were going to bust the tackle. And it wasn't happening by minute 60. So I'd be going, let's play a bit cuter here out the back maybe and just, a chip over the top and see what happens.
It's
Because,
too, I think it's too attritional to say that that's what you're going to do. I think they were greedy.
yeah, that's probably it. But at 60 minutes, Annie, you surely have a bit of cop on to go here. Let's come in 1 second. What the fuck are we doing? We're not getting through these, or is it an alpha thing? Can you not? It's an ego thing at that stage. Going, no, we'll break them. We'll break them. All right. They didn't. They didn't break them at all. Wales.
Mm.
I mean, Wales will. They would have been sore after that. They doubled the tackles into the 200s, like 230 tackles or something. I don't
Mm.
know who it was had 33 tackles. Jesus
Never a
Christ.
good thing, really. Like, that's their Italy stats of old.
Of
Like,
old, yeah, 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 yeah. You can't keep that up going through a tournament. Like, sure, throw the kitchen sink at it, but like the body's going to break up from that. But I think amazed that Ireland didn't try anything different. Didn't seem to, it just seemed to keep on right up the guts. Let's see what happens. And they never, the handful of times they went out wide and got it to the wing, they look class.
yeah.
They look class. But other than that, I don't know. I was very intrigued, and that's what got my brain thinking, going, but you're surely smart at that stage. Do you know what I mean? You've got smart people up in the box. At what stage are they going, looking down on it and going, why are we still banging into them? Let's
But
fucking.
sure, sorry now. Like the worst, I feel like the worst messages are coming from the box.
Do you think
Like
so? Yeah.
the box kicking in versus France, like that was,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, a total disaster. So it's really unclear, like what actually is Ireland's game plan.
Because
But
it,
you're right. When they start to move it, it's really exciting. Like so, I suppose there is that. I don't know. Like, I obviously was too distracted listening to your one.
well, I got to watch it a good bit of it back, and
Hmm.
I like on the merits of it, on pound for pound, blow for blow, Ireland are getting fucking rinsed this weekend. Like, do you know what I mean? If they play with that level of naivety, because they're
Hmm.
not going to get hinting close to that kind of space with Scotland, and they sure as
Yeah.
hell aren't going to get anything as close as they got with England. So I don't know. Was there did as one journalist said, and I like the phrase, "Were Ireland a small bit in love with themselves after playing England and beating them so well that they just thought, do you know what? We'll fucking run over them. This is Wales for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? And then when it didn't work, they went, eek, we didn't come up with a fucking second hand. There's no plan B for this. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going. We'll get there in the end. That's be all right.
That
Like,
that's normal. That's normal for them. This is normal. This
yeah.
is the same in the World Cup. It's the same as always. There's no plan B unless it is a prearranged. We're only using plan A today, which is your conspiracy theory.
Mm.
Um, but even if it's not a conspiracy theory, like they're not producing plan B anyway. Um, Even though we know the plan B is a bit more kicking, a bit more like looking for space in behind, but depends on your opposition as well. To me, it just sounds like pure relaxed. Like,
But did you just thought they were going to just rinse them? Because I said it last week. If they don't put 30 points in this, they have 30 points in this crowd, it's a failure. Like good, bad, or indifferent, and a big old spirited fucking return to form as it kind of looked from Wales. You'd still want to be, as Eddie O'Sullivan used to say, taking him to the fucking woodshed. Like, I'm sorry, there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. You've got like 10 lions and involved in that team. Like, come on now. If you're to play to your potential now, lads, you need to be absolutely giving them a hiding. Now they should, all in all, they probably should have done. They haven't done amazing. They've just about scraped Italy. I think they were made look very good against England, and I don't know. I
so
I
you think that, which actually would make more sense, the performance versus England seemed to say, "Oh goodness, okay, this is the real deal. This is the real Ireland." But actually, that was a total fluke, and the real Ireland is the one that struggled against Italy, struggled against Wales, and was embarrassed by France.
I think
Um,
if you drew a line, okay, we can write France off a small bit. First game of the tournament and got it completely wrong, and France were in fizzing form. But if you drew a line from the beginning of the Italian match to the end of the Wales match, and on a graph of quality, I don't think Ireland actually would have fluctuated a whole pile. I really don't. I don't see it in the moves, everything I'm seeing them, the speed and everything. I'm not really seeing it. I'm seeing the opposition as being a bit different. England were fucking in the toilet. Italy were full of game, and Wales had every bit of fucking gusto you can have. The true test will be the end of the Scottish match, of course, to see if that line will flick up any bit at all. But I'm not.
maybe, but Ireland defense was unbelievable versus England.
I thought England weren't. I don't know. I wasn't
I
overly
know England
enamored.
made I know England made mistakes, but Ireland's defense was still good. Like,
It was their scramble defense was good. I'll give them that. Their scramble defense was good, but at the same time, there was no magic rockets coming at him either. It was just through the hands stuff, big units just running in a direction. Like there was, you know what I mean. There was no freaks of nature like, shall we say, Finn Russell pulling off things that you've never fucking seen before or saw coming. It was all things that they would have seen coming before. Like there was nothing special about what England was doing, bar they were able to keep it in when they could keep it in the hands, it looked good. And Ireland's scramble defence looked good, but I don't know. I
But
don't know.
I actually don't care.
Oh
Like,
no. I'm
I
not
know that, I know that, like, as soon as you put it out there that it actually doesn't matter that Ireland are in a transitional phase, everyone's like, but we need the money from the Six Nations. It's like, yeah, fucking so does everyone else. Like, do you know what else are you supposed to do? Like, keep winning all the time. Like, it doesn't work like that. It didn't fucking work for us in prep for the last World Cup. So I actually don't care. I actually like I love to see Ireland win, but if we can't win, I'd like to see Scotland win.
Do you know though? I mean, I'm sounded like not being negative here now, but I'm actually just pointing out what I believe is the facts. But I'm not cross about it at all because they've had we finally got a blast of new players in through the squad.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't think I think one of the big failings for me, and weak points for me because he seems to be out of sorts. And you text me as well the same thing. Is Gary Ringrose is off? Is he off? His leg was heavily strapped. Like I
Well, I don't know if you noticed this either, but like, just getting the team up there again. He at just after the anthems, they're all kind of like, the camera is panning, and he's like staring at the floor,
yeah, I
like
saw that.
really serious and down.
Yeah,
Um,
I saw that. Yeah, I couldn't work it out either. It was like this is a very because normally he's got a kind of smiley, upbeat face about him. He looked
you're
like
all right. Like,
he was listening to some Leonard Cohen or something. Do you know? It looked sad.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was
I,
very very strange.
but he started all of the games.
Yeah, yeah, he
Is
did.
there is there no one else? Like, is there no one to pass the baton to while he has his leg heavily strapped, even? Like, quite a few others have been rotated. He hasn't, and he's played a lot. And like his fitness is really good. And again, we can't see what's going on in training, but like he hasn't been lighting it up either. I suppose he's just getting through a lot of work, at outside McCluskey, defensively supporting the tens like we chat about before. Maybe he's a really good link for the tens that are,
Right. Yeah, yeah,
finding their
yeah.
feet. Um, I just don't. I don't know what's up with him. But then you see him starting again this week, so it's like, okay, obviously the coach hasn't seen the change in him that we're talking about here. So obviously we're full of shit.
Yeah, as you
So,
said though, he could be like he has some wealth of experience for everybody,
mm,
for everybody around, maybe calling defensive plays and stuff like that. He does have a thing that he's been doing in the last 2 years or so of shooting out of the line to try and melt somebody, which when it works in the URC, it's class. But the chances of getting somebody at international level, especially like the Six Nations teams, it's hard. It's hard because they're
mm,
so quick. And he's
yeah.
been shooting the line. You're like, Jesus, look at us now. We've big old fucking dog leg. Like, come on, like, get back,
Mm.
Gary. Get back to fuck, will you? Do you know? Just
Mm.
stay where you are. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's
But I wonder, like, that's kind of a panic thing almost. Like, you don't trust yourself in the defensive line, so you're trying to just because it's not like he's someone that gets out and absolutely melts people. He's just trying to stop the attack as opposed
mm,
to absolutely killing someone. Instead of letting the attack gather momentum, and he's kind of bustling backwards and sideways to defend. So I don't know. We'll see how he goes this weekend, but I haven't been blown away by him. He's such a good player. When we spoke about it as well, I wonder would a bit of time on the bench be good for him? Like, especially as well, since like, and it made me think of it when I saw him and that face he had on him before the field. Like, is he worried about that concussion that he got in the summer? Like, is that still playing on his mind, or do you
yeah,
know? Like,
yeah, yeah. You'd no better person than you than to question that because
mm,
McCluskey is playing so well. You nearly could have started Tom Farrell in there, like.
mm.
It would have been all right. Like it'd be okay. Do you know?
Yeah.
Um, what did you the big talking point it seemed to be afterwards was the shock horror of Jack Crowley missing the two conversions.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have
Oh, it's
heart.
not great.
It's not
Oh,
great.
that's not great, Tom.
It's
Jesus,
no,
like,
that's one of them. Now was diabolical. Was diabolical. But I thought his field play was. He seemed to tidy up an awful lot that was going astray.
uh,
And actually
yeah.
get the ball going forward again. I think Jack Crowley's biggest problem is he's hitting too many rucks and he's ploughing into things that, like a centre. And I remember Luke Fitzgerald used to do the same thing, and he broke his body up for a finish as a winger. He used to do the
Mm.
same thing. He used to love milling into rucks, which is all well and good. And yes, it is a fast game, and everybody needs to be willing to ruck. But your out half needs to kind of be a bit more precious, I think. Get out,
It's
get out, get out,
not
get out.
all it's not all well and good if you're the one that needs to be taking the kicks and
That's
you're
what I
gonna.
mean. Like
Yeah,
he
you
looked
can't be.
that one. He was walking back and he was cursing. He was effing and jeffing to himself, but his whole face had been swelled out too because he obviously took a slap to the mouth. He looked like he'd been stung, like when a dog bites a bee. His whole his whole face was gone out, and he was effing and blind and this, that, and the other. And I was
Oh.
like, and I knew it. I said, Jack, just fucking run. Just stop that shit. Because he does the same thing. I can nearly call it now when when he misses the couple of times he's missed it for touch. He looks up and
Mm.
looks out at the rest of the team for a second rather than just being in the zone, go for your spot. And
Yeah.
the last two times he did it, I went, no, Jack, fuck no, Jack, and bang, missed it. And it was Andy Dunn actually said it on post match, and he'd be somebody I would pay a lot of attention to. He was saying he's arsing around after the tries. His penalties he's getting because it's happening at the spot. It's picked. He has the tee and the clock go. You know what I mean? He's got bags of time.
Mm.
Whereas
Yeah.
he's faffing about and like walking back. He should be sprinting back, giving himself the full 45 seconds
Mm.
for
Well,
that.
this isn't the first time that we've spoken about this.
Mm.
So it's not just from the Wales game, it's a trend of his. I actually saw someone online trying to blame Johnny Sexton.
Yeah,
Basically saying,
that's not just one. A load of people are blaming Johnny Sexton. It was hilarious. I'm like, oh Jesus, I don't. Yeah, like we're all right there.
it's like we're blaming Jack Nienaber for Ireland not doing well at all.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's.
Whoever we can shirk off the responsibility to this time.
I'm sure that Felipe
Perfect.
Contepomi said something to Sexton, who's now saying it to Jack Crowley from years back. That guarantee you, bastard.
Yeah, that's definitely what's happening.
The-
Spending too much time in Dublin. That's what's
I.
going on.
It's funny at the very top. Before we even got started, we were even coming out with podcast stuff, and it was this tournament seems like a World Cup. It's been so all brilliantly all over the map, isn't it? Like you would say it about the whole Sam and Jack thing, and I was like, Jesus Christ, that seems like a lifetime ago that we were talking about Sam and Jack. Like and now here we are. Like, and it was like, fucking hell, that was only just that was the second game of the tournament. We were still talking about it. Like,
I don't think I could have envisioned that Crowley would have been so considered as the settled 10 in the last few games. I don't think I
yeah,
thought they were just going to stick with Sam Prendergast the whole way. It must be really tough for him, like to sit out and to watch this. But like again, tough for so many of them. Like as well, another kind of turn up for the books, like Bundyaki
yeah, yeah.
must be training well.
He
He
must
must
be.
be training well.
I know they had. I think Postlethwaite was left home. I don't know. Did he take on an injury? I think at training, or maybe he
Mm,
just wasn't performing at training. But he was left go back to Ulster.
mm,
So not that they probably wouldn't have looked at him anyway for the bench for against Scotland because Scotland are roaring hot at the minute. Like so, I don't know, but it. I mean, the only thing about letting Naki back out, like Jesus, you're going to get some sauce out of him for the last 20. Like you know, my
yeah.
God.
Maybe either that or he'll overcompensate and like get a yellow card or be
Go out
offside
and try and kill somebody, yeah.
or just kind of, go for the big Bundyaki moment, like the big turnover and he's not listening to the ref, so he gives away a penalty. Do you know, could be that could be the Aki that we see as well. Like, do you know,
Still though,
um,
it's kind of exciting. Like the notion that he comes on like a fucking bear, just ready to.
oh yeah, yeah, and I am excited for him because I'm just interested actually to see how he's doing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Hey,
it's
how
like,
you doing,
you all right?
Bundy?
Like, you okay there, pet? You out sick for a while? Oh, you were suspended. Oh yes, yeah. So looking at the rest of the bench, how about flipping her longevity? What do you reckon? What do you reckon there? How much longevity is left in our
I mean,
furs?
he's rocking fine. He's passing fine. But what do tight heads get the big bucks for? Do you know?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know
Yeah, right. Scrum penalties are all a guessing game anyway.
they are. But when a fella absolutely gets molded, melted. Now there was a great aerial shot, and I from the England match, an over the head shot, and it was. I must send it on to you. I don't like to pothole people, but at the same time, I couldn't help but send it to John Fogarty. I was like, "What's going on here?" And in all fairness, England were like a Chinese ladies' fan in comparison to Ireland. God, as square as a brick wall they were. But the lads were out like a fan, coming in whatever fucking way they wanted. And it was a scrum penalty against Ireland on that particular move. And you're like, oh, Ireland. No, this, I'm not saying it, but like in that particular instance, you have to wonder were they, your man just going to give a penalty against them anyway, or they don't know what they're fucking looking at. Maybe England were really good at hiding it, but the ref nearly, the TMO needs to be watching that from above. I go, oi, come on now, have another gander at this. For fuck's sake. Like, it's hilarious how fanned out they are in the scrum. But, like, Ty got fucking opened up again. Like he got opened up and
What?
he lost the rag.
Remind Yeah, I did I message you about this, about him losing the rag? Like what happened there?
With your man, I think he got whatever move. It looked like he got right into it, the nape of his neck. Nearly like, I don't know, was he trying to give him a love bite or something? But he he's been notorious for being brilliant at dirty moves. And whatever he did, you could see by the fast reaction of Furlong. Whatever he did, it was nearly like he got bitten, like by a snake or something. Because he just kind of, there was a spike of temper. It wasn't like, oh, fuck you anyway. It was a spike of temper because he got him with a dirty move, whatever that move was in the front row of the scrum. And I don't
Yeah.
know about these things, but he pulled off a sweet ass move, whatever he did in that time. And Furlong then
Yeah.
lost the fucking rag.
It looked bad for Furlong to be fair. I like if that is, a dark arts thing, oh, he got him good.
Oh,
Like,
I wasn't mad at it, but at the same, I also, for me watching, I went, oh, that's 3 or 4 matches worth of pain there now. That's what's coming out of him. That wasn't just what's his name? It's not Sonny, is it? Is your man's name Sonny that he was up against? Christ, I can't. My brain is working, but because he caused Leinster tremendous trouble during the Champions Cup as well. I think, does he play for Northampton? I think he does.
oh yeah.
But he's notorious for being a brilliant fucker at scrummage time. But it wasn't just that moment. Furlong's arse was up in the air against Scotland, or against Italy, I should say. He has not, at the embarrassment level, when your whole thing is that you're like a raging, rampaging bull, and you're getting just thrown around the fucking rodeo ring by all sorts. Lads who aren't earning a quarter what you're earning. Do you know, like, he's one of the highest paid in Leinster, like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I know. I know. I'd be graceful with him because I feel like I've been hard on Furlong for a while now, since the Novembers. I wasn't too pleased in the Novembers, but I don't know, maybe something like that now is what you need to kind of get you back on track. Because like it is normal. A player can't just like be one player for their whole career. Like they're fucking human beings. Like there's things that affect everyone in different ways, and whether it's a player that's pissing you off or a scrum or a ref or a whatever, like it makes it better. It makes the game better to have these shifts and pushing and dragging and in form and out of form and how it's managed. It's just how it's being managed for me is kind of the big question
Yeah,
mark. Like,
like that is the big question mark because this isn't just a one-off. This has been going on
yeah,
since last year, and there's no team in the world getting dominated around the ring like this. There's nobody is, and it isn't
yeah,
some scrum law change. Like we've been we've been at like I'm trying to fucking pick. We've been at like Portugal right now would have a stronger scrum than us.
yeah.
Who's got a worse scrum than us? Tier two nation. Who's got a worse scrum than us? We've got the worst scrum in the Six Nations by a country mile. By a country mile, there's no if fucking ands and buts about it. With country mile, we're getting rinsed by everybody. Who would have like who Georgia? Not a fucking prayer. They're all built
I
like
was
the
going to say
fellas.
would be
The,
killed versus Georgia.
uh, who else? Like who's
Belgium.
Belgium? Okay, because America and Canada would probably have one over on us.
Hardly.
You say hardly. Italy sent him up into the fucking sky.
I know, but
Y-
Italy are good.
Yeah, but everybody sent him backwards or drove him into the ground. Everybody. Wales did. England
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
And Scotland did in France last weekend.
yeah.
So,
Ah,
like, like I understand a winger losing a yard of pace. I understand the scrum halves losing a meter of pass, or a kicker losing a meter on on a kick. But you've seen the oldest big old bellies on front rowers. They could be 39, fag hanging outside of their mouth, arse hanging off them, and still able to lock out a scrum like.
but they're there for one job, yeah.
Because they've one job and 'tis only stronger and kind of more farmery and gnarled that they get. They're not being asked to go doing what Rhys Carey did. You're not being asked to do that. You're being
Mm.
asked to lock out a scrum. That's it. That's it. And you should only get better and better at that until it's time to just hang up the boots because all your injuries have mounted. It's one of the few positions where you're just going, I need you to do one thing.
But it's the only position as well where you're punished for not being good enough. Like your position specific skill gets penalized.
It does. Yes. Yes,
So,
correct.
like, you might be, the 10, might miss a kick, but like you're not actually giving away penalties. I suppose you
Yeah.
could argue that maybe a line out, and kind of carelessness. But actually, that's carelessness. Like that technically carelessness can happen in everything. But
Yeah.
this is literally it's not carelessness. It's just physically being unable to do your job. You actually give away penalties.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
So,
actually this huge pressure there as well. Like,
yeah, there is. That's why we give him 800,000 a year.
mm, yeah,
Do you
should have been
know?
a prop. I should have been a prop.
Like I'm not no, I'm not being completely unforgiven and he has a lot of credit in the bank for being, a three-time nine-test lion. But like I'm just puzzled as to how it's such a mystery. How it's such a mystery that everybody
Yeah.
else has figured out. How has way less experienced people and coaches and teams figured out to get their scrum right?
Mm.
How have they all figured us out? All of us. All of
Don't
them
know.
have figured us out. Everybody
Mm-mm.
has. Like maybe Japan, we might hold it together. Like, but if we have to we meet South Africa again in November. Can you imagine being a South African right now, looking at that, going, wouldn't that be lovely?
But like you'd wonder then, I know I definitely agree with that about
Mm.
the South Africans eating a braai, drinking some Clippies and Coke and being like in like, oh, these oaks. These
Yeah,
oaks.
yeah, lekker. This is great.
Yeah. But you've got someone like Finlay Bealham on the bench then, who comes in for Tyke Furlong.
Hmm.
Um and he's been around a while. It's not that he's a young player. Why hasn't he just totally pushed him to the side? Because Finlay Bealham's not a bad player around the park either. Because I
Nope.
suppose that's the big argument there. Oh, he gives you so much around the park, maybe, but again, your bread and butter isn't there. Finlay Bealham, like he should be providing that bread and butter. Like, is he being given the chance to? Is he?
I actually
Why
have a
hasn't
great.
he swept him aside?
Do you know what? That's interesting because I don't know. I mean, it's almost like he's grandfathered in for long to a degree. Like I don't understand it. Like if I remember correctly, Finlay Bealham didn't he give that lovely drop off pass to Hugo Keenan 2 years ago off the side of a ruck? Absolutely looked like he was going outside with the pass. Hugo Keenan came rocketing through on his inside and gave a lovely little deft pass. Like I would still hold that in. Do you know? I'd go, no, he's got the juice, man. But again, we're not seeing what's going on at training, but sometimes what's going on in the fucking pitch for the last 10 matches.
You know,
Arse is in the sky. Arse is in the sky. That's all. That's
Do you know the song "Face Down, Ass Up"? That's the way we like to.
yeah,
Well, we used to sing that in training. It used to be one of our it used to be one of our like fucking dressing room songs.
yeah.
Sorry, couldn't think of the word for dressing room. So it used to get us pure hyped. Like we used to be like, face down, ass up. That's the way we like to rock. Face down, ass up. That's the way we like to rock, rock, rock. We all be banging the walls, rock, rock, rock. And then it comes the line, and it's like, oh, make me scrum, baby. Make me scrum, baby. Oh, make me scrum, baby. Oh, I like the way.
Yeah.
So I think they need a bit of that in the dressing room,
Do you know
maybe.
what? Yeah, maybe that it is. There's so much pressure that there's a bit of pants pissing going on early doors, and maybe there needs to be nearly a bit of lightheartedness. Go, let's do what we do, boys, and just get after it. Maybe you're right. There's just so much. They're freaked out with pressure. They're freaked out with pressure. That they're going. It's getting worse and worse and fucking worse, and it's fucking going to get fucking worse before it gets any fucking worse. Oh, Jesus fucking
Grant.
Christ! They need Anna in there singing tunes.
And you know what else they need to do? They need to put all the positions into a hat and pull them out one by one. And that is the jersey that you wear. And
Do
you
you,
run on and you say, fucking let's go, boys.
do you know what?
And you enjoy yourself.
There's such big bastards in the backs now. Like you could do that. Like you put McCluskey in back row, no problem. Like second row even. He's 6'5".
Well, you could definitely put Bundyaki in the front row.
You could, yeah. Yeah, he's a bit of a pudding. Yeah.
And I'd say you could definitely put Gibson Park in hooker.
Hook,
And
yeah.
I would put McCluskey at the other prop.
Nice. Nice. Balakoon in the
And
second
then
row.
Balakoon second row. Um, who else to go in second row there now?
Tommy O'Brien probably has to go in. No, no, he's a seven, is he? Is he a seven?
Osborne. Put Osborne in
Osborne, yeah,
second row.
yeah, yeah. He's
Yeah.
tall enough, yeah.
And you go six. We've used up Balakoon,
Oh,
but we
you
need
six.
him in
Six can
second
be
row.
Jack Crowley, I think.
No, six would be Craig Casey.
Nice. Yeah, he would be bastard around the edges. Yeah.
Seven, Finlay Bealham. No, I take that back. Seven, Ronan Kelleher.
No, sure. Fucking Crowley loves to rock. He loves rocking. He loves. He's
Fine,
gonna.
fine.
Yeah, put him in
Yeah,
there.
okay, fine, fine.
Let's go for a full swapsies here now.
Okay, fine. Yeah, okay. Not, yeah, sure.
Who's
That
in
means
number eight
we
then?
only have ring rows for number eight. Grand. I think it's what he needs.
Do you know what? I think I tell you what.
I
10,
tell you
15.
something.
I tell you what. No, come here. Um, I'm trying to get my Cork accent strong and back. I'm there Saturday night with my show in Collins. Um,
Oh. Does that mean that you'll miss the Super Saturday serve up of what the hell is going to happen? France and England.
No, I'll just about catch the tail end of it by the time doors and the opening act and everything will be on and everything else. I'll catch it all right. I'll catch it all right. It was the only date they could throw at me, so I was like, all right, go on, I'll take it anyway. I didn't expect it to be such a super Saturday, but if Ireland get beaten by fucking Scotland, I'll be all right.
Yeah. But the timing is terrible. I actually, sorry, no, the timing of the Super Saturday, right? So we to be fair, we've spoken enough nausy rugby now. I actually, again, shout out to my sister. She asked me today, "What do you mean nose? How would
Oh,
you explain nose?"
oh, like okay. An anorak. So anoraks ruin everything, right? So you know what you know Anna sister, you know what an anorak is. So you know the way you really might enjoy, say you enjoy going to the Greyhounds just the once every 5 years, and you're like, this is a great night out. A fiver on the little dog with the stripy, and then be across the way somebody's brought a husband or a boyfriend who knows everything about dogs and makes it no crack at all, just giving you all the lore and the backstory on dogs. You're like, well, you fucking ruined a good night out.
Yeah,
That's a nose.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's actually a negative term
Yes. Yeah. 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 To be a nose
because,
is, yeah.
however, so that's kind of how I put it as well. It's like, oh, you know everything, but I hadn't thought of it initially in the negative light, but actually it is like, oh,
Mm.
a fucking know-it-all. However, if you're a breakdown nose, it's the best compliment in the world.
It is, but you're also no
A
crack.
nose for the other team.
Yeah, but you're no like in the professional workplace, i.e., out on the pitch doing a job. But if a nose of the breakdown is sitting next to you in the pub where you're swigging down a pint of Guinness and you're just enjoying the shit out of it, and you do know a cup. Like I have to bite my lip sometimes because I'm like, don't say that out loud. Because what I may or may not know, do you know? Like I've been a nose inside my head beside guys who have played for Ireland while hosting things and stuff, and they can't see this shit a mile away. And I'm going, what the fuck? How did you play this game for so
Yeah,
long?
it's a good thing you didn't say anything
No,
though,
you
because
can't say
sometimes
anything.
people just want to watch the game in
Yeah,
peace.
you know,
That
I've
was
been.
that was like our Welsh friend last week. She was a total
Oh,
nod. But
um,
I think she was trying to prove that she knew the game. But oh, God love her. She was like, "What the fuck is this?" When like they'd exit really well and things like that. You know,
yeah, okay,
she really
right,
didn't
yeah,
know. She really
yeah.
wasn't a nod. But anyway, in terms of the timings for Super Saturday, what a fucking disaster.
So 2 o'clock Ireland.
10
Um.
past 2 Ireland, 20 to 5 Wales and Italy, and 10 past 8
Oh yeah,
England
sorry.
and France.
I'm sorry. I'm totally going to miss England and France. Yeah, I'm totally going to miss that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um.
What a disaster.
It is. Yeah, it is. I mean, the only thing is probably the most genuinely interesting one is the Ireland Scottish match for a non. If you're from America watching it, because you're like, well, they have the Triple Crown on the line. Like, unless there's some inkling of something, there's not like there's not even bad blood between England and France at this stage. Like, France playing badly will still beat England. They just will. There's no two ways about it. Like Scotland were at
You
100.
can't say that.
I'm no, I. This is the one. I know we just watched a mad tournament, but Scotland were at 100%. They were at 10 out of 10 to beat France, and they still kind of fucked up. They had him hanging over the banister, and they were spanking the arse off him, red raw. Fucking 70 odd minutes gone on the clock, and went, oh, you must be done so. And walk away, turned their back on him, and France jumped on their back like a spider monkey and bit their ear off, and got the fucking 4 try bonus point. Knobs, absolute
Yeah.
knobs, you
So,
donkeys.
so right. If Ireland win, bonus point or not, we need France to lose.
Yes,
If Scotland win, they need a bonus point because if France win, France's points difference is greater
Yes.
than Scotland's.
But if
So,
France lose and Scotland just win, they win.
so if France lose, so it no neither Ireland nor Scotland, we're focused on Triple Crown because neither of us will know who wins the actual championship until 11 o'clock Saturday night.
Yeah.
But so that's if if France lose, then the game will have been decided by the 2 o'clock game, Ireland and Scotland.
Yeah.
But we're waiting for France to win. And if they win,
They win. That's it.
no, if Scotland
Oh,
get a
yes.
bonus point, Scotland need to win with a bonus point, essentially.
And France not win with a bonus point.
Yeah, that's the only other outcome if France win. Sorry, this was explained very badly. Um,
I see an unmerciful bounce back from France. An unmerciful one. Like,
yeah, I
Jesus.
know that, but like that's what people said about England. That's what like I just the more this fucking
True.
competition's gone on, the more no one knows what they're talking
It's
about.
true. And do you know what? To be the one game where England actually put it together, where they go, fuck, and they put it
Exactly,
together.
exactly, it really could be. But it's in Paris, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
in
yeah.
Stade de France. No, but like again, France are so flaky.
But you see, it's the way that they play. It's so lovely to watch that only they could play that way because they're so skilled. Do you know what I mean? Only they could fling it about, out the back door, out of their arse, up over the top, having the crack. Only they and like the All Blacks can have the skill set, but to play like that, they really do. They don't. They can just throw fucking caution to the wind because if you can get it to be Elbury and you happen to have a number nine like that, do you know what I mean? You'll be all right. But as soon as it gets put up them a small bit and you take away their toys, which is what we saw Scotland do, they took away all their toys and their box of tricks. They had nothing. They actually had nothing, which was really strange to see. It was like, oh, because we said it at the beginning of this, France should never be bad. They've so many players playing rugby in that country. They should never be bad. Yet, nearly temperament and which is what I love about rugby. Culturally, France can be total fucking flutes.
But culture has such a massive
Isn't it
thing to do with
brilliant?
it. Yeah. And I might have said this after the England game that someone was saying, like, fuck's sake, everyone always gets up for the England game. So
Mm.
we're always up against it. I'm like, yeah, well, that's culture. That's history.
That's
Like
history, baby. Yep.
that's an ingrained thing. But I actually said this, and you know what I always say. The one thing that you can't take away from the French is the fact that they are
They're French.
very good. I actually said that to friends of
Yeah.
mine, like French friends of mine, and they're like,
Yeah, doing the pouted lip thing.
but they agree, but they know it more than anyone.
Isn't that
So
gas? What do we
I think,
like? What do we
yeah,
like?
we're gas. That's like Irish people, like Irish people saying, "Jesus, how did we gas?"
Yeah, we're gas. But like, and that nearly papers over the madness of what they're doing. Is when when it flows beautifully, it is a fucking beautiful thing when it flows for them. Like, but what with just seeing what we saw, Scotland had their number. They had their clock. Like they were like, nope, we're not letting you fucking act the maggot now. Cut you down early doors, and they just culturally they seem to just they seem to be back on the bus mentally. Um, Now they did still have a sting in the tail to get that 4 point bonus try or the four try bonus point. So they
I
did at
think
least have that.
that bonus point could be a nice, like, focal talking point among Scottish camp, for example.
Yeah,
Like, like having a really specific goal. It's not about winning, actually. It's about scoring 4 tries.
yeah,
And obviously, winning, obviously, but playing really well, but the main aim is to score four tries. Like that's an Andre Agassi kind of mentality, like
Yeah.
going out thinking that you're already two converted tries down, like so that actually adds something again to it. Like fucking love the Six Nations. So good.
Oh my God.
Oh,
What?
oh, sorry, we did already speak about discuss this. So good, so good. Fucking sweet Caroline. If they
I
play that this weekend,
I'd be glad to be doing my gig. Well, I'd actually pull the gig forward and do it during the Irish match.
Cork game, I know. With that remains to be seen. But I think there's been a lot of negative feedback around
Has
that. We
there?
don't.
I didn't see it. So, but to me,
Oh
it was
yeah,
fresh, and I'm just watching this, and I just, I just text Dana, fucking sweet Caroline, like, you're like, I know.
so bad.
Oh, Jesus
But I'm
Christ.
sorry. By the way, I actually heard through my sister that last week when I was saying I was in sunny La Rochelle, and I was like, I promise you that the good weather is on the way. It did arrive, did it not? Didn't you get a few sunny days out of? Didn't I told you it was coming, and you didn't believe me? And then my sister texted me. She said that that sunshine from La Rochelle arrived. So I was like, I fucking knew
Do you know what? She's only fucking Plymouthing you. It fucking came out for
it.
about 30 seconds and went away back in again.
Well, I
Right,
didn't
okay.
put a
Oh,
time limit on it. But now, one last thing, which is very important for anyone in Dublin this weekend. Whenever Scotland comes to Dublin,
mm,
the amount of hairy arsehole on display is a sight
it's
to
scandalous.
behold.
It's scandalous. It
It
is,
is
yeah, yeah.
brilliant. Oh my God. I can't remember what year, it was a couple of years ago when Scotland came, and all of the fans around in their kilts, and the amount of kilts being lifted up to flash their arses is
Yeah.
just hilarious.
It's
So be prepared.
yeah, yeah, it is it's something to behold. So you just literally uh we can't run away without talking quickly about Italy. Um
Oh,
Jesus. They have got some athletes. Like Limoncello has been coming for a while there. But
yeah.
like he's gone to another apparently Toulouse are after bagging him. So he's off to Toulouse.
Oh,
So imagine
shock.
he yeah, shock. Money bags.
They're in trouble for breaking the salary cap,
Oh,
though.
but are they really? I wonder how. Like,
Yeah, I
you
know.
know what I mean? Let's come on, like, come on. Of course they fucking are. How could you keep in with that and just look at the Galacticos? Like, but sure, the French just, but that's France. France does, like, how does Racing keep that, that stable going for so long as well when they did? Yeah, just,
Oh, yeah, n'importe quoi.
let's just smoke cigarettes and just pretend we didn't ask that question. Okay, fair enough. It's, fuck, like they looked strong, like in class. They everything that we were hilariously talking about 4 years ago, they completely turned it back on their head. And I hear word on the street is because he had been let go, and then somebody saw the error of those ways with Stephen Abu
Steve, Steve Aboud.
Aboud. He has
They
been
brought
brought.
him back
They
in,
brought
yeah.
him back in, and that'll set him right for you know, going down there because he went in at schoolboys level or whatever, or the grassroots level, I should say, and they're paying, it's paying dividends now. I heard a quick interview with your man because we were talking about Ferrari.
Mm,
What a name, what a surname to have. Like, I mean, it's
mm.
like Limoncello. I'm sticking with Limoncello, by the way. I way prefer to call him that,
That's
but
fine.
he's more suited to the name Ferrari than Ferrari himself because Ferrari looks like he should be called Caterpillar. Do you know what I mean? If you're going after branded named stuff. But it was Conor O'Shea was saying
Oh,
that
yeah.
early doors, like strong, um, uh, some strong prop was he an Argentinian or something? He was saying this kid, he was a kid at the time, this Ferrari kid. I don't know what he's made of, but he's the strongest human I've ever scrummaged against in my life. Like, and I've never come across anything like how natural. Like he's for a fellow who isn't a walking fucking fridge. He is the strongest human I've ever come
Mm.
across. But so I get quite excited by that, and I do kind of understand how he ended up rodeo clown and fucking poor old furlong up into the fucking air. But
Mm.
it is hilarious that 4 years ago we were all going, come on now, come on Italy, come on now, come on. Will we let out Georgia in for a while? Now I know we weren't really saying it, and nobody was going to let him in, but something you're just begging
No,
him.
it was a serious conversation because the thing is, if you can let South African teams into the Champions Cup,
Yeah,
like why wouldn't you just change something like the Six Nations as well? Like it did go from five to six at one stage, so
yeah,
I know it's become a massive thing now, but if I was Georgia, seeing how Italy were so poor for so long and how Wales were so poor, and they're putting so much into their program and they just cannot, they've already hit the ceiling and the ceiling ain't budging. Like I understand from a tier two perspective, it's really unfair actually. So you've got to sort it out. Like Six Nations got to make sure that their countries like that, they've got to be looking after Wales. They've got to be helping them out there. Like so, um, in Italy, I suppose they'd long enough at it, but
yeah.
we knew, so, as they're developing, so is everybody else. So like, um, I'm delighted for them. It's about time, but it just has made such an exciting competition this year. Probably the most in ages.
Do you know what I wonder too is that it nearly is indicative is the wrong word. It's not a coincidence, but it is. Why is my brain absolutely dead tonight? It's running a conjunction with their newfound, and it is relatively newfound. They're becoming wild, but their newfound winning ability has made the tournament brilliant. Now, there's always going to be one whipping boy, and Wales unfortunately have been it. But Wales then came kind of good against us, and a bit
Yeah, but
against Scotland.
does there have to be though? Like,
No,
why?
there doesn't
Like,
have to be. But
what if everyone is firing on all cylinders? What's
oh
going to
my
happen then?
god, oh
Like,
my god,
you know what's going to happen then? It's going to be all penalties.
yeah, yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's that because you remember the opening of the World Cup with France and New Zealand. Shite game.
Yeah,
It was just
both.
just a complete, just two teams that locked each other out and just deleted each other out.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. So thank God England and Italy are shit. Sorry, England and Wales
fair play to you, lads. For all England, God, there was
are
talks
taking it.
about.
Sorry, it'll be Ireland before long.
Do you know? There's green shoots. No, well, there fucking is. Their twenties look great, but the thing is, Ireland, they actually all the players are there that they need. Almost like a couple need to come back and stuff. They have the wherewithal to put it together. But we'll see after the Scottish game where Ireland really are. That'll be the true test. Like because right
To
now,
finish it out. Yeah.
I don't think we've fluctuated up or down really since the Italy match. I don't think we have. Um,
I'd like to see more centres and more back rows coming through and more front rows.
yeah, yeah, because they're like to you, Josh Van der Fleer has been used to death, and to use to death, like he's paid his fucking dues. Now I know he'd never want to just walk away from it, like, but there does need to be. I know they brought Brian Gleeson in for training. That's all he'll get, I would imagine. But why bring him in now? I don't know. But I guess he's definitely one for the future. But did you see? And I know it's like one of those humans that keeps on showing up. You know that face that keeps on showing up everywhere. You're like, he looks like him too, and he looks like him. Your man is it Canone? Is Jake Paul?
Who?
Canone is Jake Paul. Look him up there.
Oh, he looks like Jake Paul.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah, he
just
does. Yeah,
he's just stronger looking Jake Paul, like just a kind of a
yeah,
thicker
yeah, yeah.
jawline Jake Paul. And I don't know what that is. What that look is just like curly blondie beard, fair beard. I don't know what it is because I keep on
The
seeing
light.
him showing up in places, kind of going, "Oh, there's a Irish Jake Paul. There's a such and such Jake Paul." And this now we have the Italian rugby playing Jake Paul.
What a knob.
Well, Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what a fucking cunt. Like fuck off. Like, oh no, can only much cooler cat. Like,
Did
no,
you
no.
see that thing from Jake Paul where he was doing his weigh in before the match against your man Anthony Joshua, and he was like, "What did he say? You, you, you see what I are?
Oh yeah.
I are him." JD Sports had commented underneath it saying, "I are baboon."
That's what happens when you let a fella take steroids for 6 months prior to a match. His brain has gone completely out of his fucking ear.
Oh, I wouldn't even give him that. I just want a tit.
It would be funny if we
He
started
looks
see,
like
yeah,
the Italian prop, yeah.
it would be funny if we started seeing more of shit talking coming from lads. I reckon Joe McCarthy be a good lad to throw a bit of shit around the place. I mean,
I
you
don't
know,
know. Did you see I posted a reel during the week? I just found a picture of me there recently with a terrible
I was a
haircut from when
child.
I was about
What
five.
they cut your hair with a knife or something? What did they cut your hair with?
With a scissors, but like I remember her saying, don't move." And like I didn't move, like, and she was like, "Oh, why did you move?" I was like, "I didn't move." And this massive ball patch at the front, but like these like a huge mullet. Like someone someone wrote to me saying I look like Joe McCarthy.
I gotta
Like,
go back and have a look at that. You're a young Joe McCarthy there growing up in Mallow as a girl.
yeah, both
Yeah,
went on to play for Ireland.
yeah, exactly. And both menaces on the pitch. Yeah, I do like he was pacing the sidelines the other day. I like to see that. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
like, and then come on and actually follow through with it. He followed through. He went out smashing everybody. He actually, they should have him kicking. He'd one of the tastiest kicks of the whole match. See,
yeah.
his
We put
grubber
him in at 10.
now, now, now
Now we're talking.
wouldn't that fuck up an opposition? A six
Yeah.
foot six mulleted 19 stone out half. What? What more do you want? Never
Yeah.
pass the ball. Just offloads after busting his opposite number. Just an offload every time. And then some class. Yeah. Yeah.
Chicken
That's
wing.
chicken wings, left, right, and center. I, that's the day I'm waiting for is when all the positions completely turn around. Like, they say the Earth's poles are shifting.
Hmm.
And then before you know it, Tyg Furlong will be at full back. Just, just And if it's another time Furlong kicking it back to him, then it would make for a really interesting game if all the handier fellas were in mullicking around in a scrum and ruck and all the big lads are out the back. I like that. Where would you,
Hmm.
if you didn't play back row, where would you have liked to play? When you played
Well,
at
I
a top level now, not having the crack matches, a top level. Like
10.
you would
10.
have liked to play 10.
Yeah, yeah. I
For
played
what?
10 for university. I nearly transitioned to 10 when I was in the Bowls Academy, but I don't know. I just was needed in the back row, I think, so just stuck there, which I love. And I wouldn't have changed it, but I would have played 10.
Right.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I like that. I like that because that's not a handy one to give a go to. It's not like a back
No.
row or going out to centre because that's
I like
nearly.
yeah, no, I like the calls. I
Oh,
love calling stuff. And like I loved kind of coming into eight. Like it was the one thing I missed when I used to play 10 and then I'd come back into back rows. The one thing I miss is not like having that like imprint on the game, but like as an eight, kind of you were able to call stuff from the scrum. Depending on what team you were playing in, it all disappeared by the time I was retiring. No eights ever called anything. But when I was in Richmond, when I was in Bowes, like the eight had so much like influence on the game as well. So it was kind of for me like, okay, I'll stick with eight. But I would have played 10, yeah, no bother.
class. So okay, all right. Caelan Dara's out to 10, so that's where we're at.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's worth it. So Super Saturday is ahead of us, albeit I'm definitely going to be telling jokes to people on, during the England France match. which
You
do you
just
know
be waiting for messages from me. Your phone will be buzzing in your pocket.
that?
You're
Oh,
like, I know who that
I'll
is.
have it left out in the car. I've actually asked people. Um, People have actually told me there's a bunch of places that have come in. I put it out there to the best chips in Cork because that's the hardest town slash city in Ireland as to who has the best chips.
Hmm.
I don't know, has there been awards given out or what, but I don't think it's been enough made of how good the chip situation is in Cork.
Who was the highest suggested?
There was one called the Golden Fry,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and but they're figuring it will be closed by the time I come out of it. And I don't.
Hmm.
Where's the Golden Fry?
It's out. Oh my God. One of my best friends lives there, and I can't ever remember the name of the neighborhood. Uh,
It's like Bishop's.
Ballinlough. Ballinlough? No, it's not Bishopstown. There's so many small neighborhoods around Cork, and I can never keep track of them. Unless I played tennis there when I was younger, I just don't know where it is.
I'll find it, but at least five people messaged me about the Golden Fry. I'm up for more suggestions. Other people have said Casey's I know that Casey's well. Their chips are fine. They're
Is
famous
Len
for they're mad old yolks. There's a few Lennoxes. The original Lennox is gone.
is gone? Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
gone. There was a few other Lennoxes popped up around the place. The Fishwife on McCurtain Street is a favourite of mine because it's so close to the comedy club there. But I'm going to be up on Douglas Street, so if somebody found me something near there,
Okay.
up near Douglas Street. There's no end of pizzas and burgers. I don't. That's not what I'm interested in. You get good ones
Chips.
of them anywhere. It's you judge a place by its chips. Do you know
Okay.
that kind of way? And
Cork people, we need your suggestions.
yeah, please, if you wouldn't mind. And if yeah, I don't. I haven't even asked what way tickets have gone. It might just be me and I know there's about 30 gone 2 weeks ago. So let's see. It'll be me and 30 people anyway for the most part. But yeah, we'll just be
Try
taking.
and round up a few.
Aye, we'll get a few heads. It always people always show up. All right, it's a great venue, and I've a code affiliation with, it, and I've sold it out the last 4 years. So this has been cheeky. I'm just being greedy. I've already sold it out twice in this run, and we go a third, eh? And yeah, we'll see where we're at.
Hey, very
Yeah,
cool.
era. It's going to be a good all night. But chips, please, chips, because Annie needs. We'll announce it on the podcast next week who the best chips in Cork are. Because I'm not accepting. I've been in every city in Ireland. I've been in every fucking town in Ireland, and Cork by head and shoulders has the best takeaway. Just grub, grub, like grub, just by head and shoulders. There's no arguing with it. There's no nothing. The likes of Ennis, half the chippers need to be arrested for what they're doing to people. Um, it is, but
You had time to get to Mallow. There are some good chips in Mallow, I tell you.
is there?
Mm. You
Yes.
won't have time, I'd say.
Oh, I won't. No, no, I won't have time to get Mallow. No, I won't. Yeah, I've gotten chips in Mallow. I have. Yeah, it's how I measure a town economically
Mm.
as people. Really, is the chips.
Well, I saw something in Mallow yesterday, and I have not seen this anywhere else. On the main street, there's two new bins next to each other. Great bins, excellent.
Lovely.
One is for a general bin, and the one right next to it, which is the exact same size, you know those big black ones where you step
Yeah.
on the pedal, is for pizza boxes only.
Is there an epidemic of pizza boxes in that required such a thing?
I know that fast food is very popular in Mallow.
But even pizza boxes, it's just
Mhm. Yeah, you know what? There
one.
isn't even like a Domino's or anything in Mallow. There's no pizza place.
What Italian mafia put that in? Like with the government, with the local county council. What a thing to put in! Like if you just said, foil wrappers or food, even yet. Well, I guess everything else may have food attached with it, or pizza boxes can be recycled. The cardboard of pizza boxes maybe is the only thing that can be recycled in really and
Mm,
truly.
mm.
I mean, we're getting a bit noisy here when it comes to fast food, but
That's pretty
I'm going the long
naughty.
way around telling people that I would like their chip suggestions, please, before I hit Cork on Saturday night, in and around the Douglas Street area. But I'm willing to travel. I have diesel, and I will get there. Yeah, Ireland for a very close win at the weekend, only because it's in Dublin and there's going to be a lot of cowled arses hanging around the place. And I reckon the ground will be a touch soft, which will slow down the Scots a small little bit. Um,
And England for the win.
and England for the win. But in saying that, I haven't a fucking clue what I'm talking about. So,
Me neither.
right. Till the weekend, mind the rooks.
Mind the rocks.
It's the Banana and Bears Rugby Podcast.